Hi guys, welcome to the world of chemistry. By the way, before we start, mm, alam niyo ba kung para saang video ito? Para saan ito? Well, yes, para sa iyo to. Para sa gustong makinig at manood ng video ito, yes, para sa iyo to. Especially to those students who are taking a STEM strands or other courses in college that has a chemistry subject. Well, this is all for you. Why? It's because um, pare-parehas lang naman ang topic eh. This is for inorganic chemistry, basic chemistry. Well, in here, I will be telling you a story because before we start again, my my YouTube channel is Sugilanon channel or in English, Story Channel. Well, ano bang story natin ngayon? Ang story natin ngayon sa aking channel is all about chemistry survival guide. So magbibigay ako sa inyo ng top 10 tips for success. Bakit ko ito gagawin? Well, unang tanong, gusto niyo bang makakuha ng ace na grade? Or sa atin sa Pilipinas, gusto niyo bang makakuha ng line of 9, 95, 98, or 91 sa grades sa chemistry? Well, kung gusto niyo ganyan, then you have to watch this video until end. So, I am your teacher. I am Sir Rafael Padla Inson. So, ano ba ang unang tips because top 10 to eh. So, ang pinakauna is stay organized. So, top 10 tips for success in getting a high grades in chemistry, stay organized. So, meaning to say, ano bang ibig sabihin ng organized? Dapat meron kang notes, note-taking, especially when there is a lecture, laboratory activity, meron kang laging note, especially activity notebook. Dahil doon ilalagay ng lahat ng mga activity o performance task mo. And naka-record yun doon lahat. And of course, for laboratory notebook, doon din i-record yung mga experiment, result ng experiment. Pag wala ka doon, so anong ita-transfer sa class record ni teacher kapag wala ka. So, dapat organize ka. Hindi lang ay isang notebook na meron ka, kung dili organize pa siya. Ha? So, dapat meron kang assignment and ang kapag sinabing organize, meron kang assignment, study notes, and materials na napaka-organized na to easily access and review important information dahil sa pagkakaroon ng mga organized na mga notebook, well, pag magkakaroon ng marka or assessment, i-scan mo lang yan doon. So meaning to say, pag organize ka, organize din yung naiintindihan or na-absorb mong mga knowledge or information sa iyong brain. So that is for tip number 1. So how about the tip number 2? Well, ang tip number 2 is, sa subject na ito, I understand na some other student would try to say that this is one of the difficult subject, chemistry. Maybe if you will not do your best or if you will not understand the basic, especially sa simula pa lang ng ang discussion ni teacher, dapat kaya mong i-absorb at i-process yung mga basic foundation dahil kailangan yon in the later part para bang spiral or ladder rise na hindi ka makakapunta doon sa tuktok kapag hindi ka mag first step sa pinakababa. Ganon yung foundation ng chemistry. Dapat understand the basic. So focus on mastering the fundamental concepts and principles of chemistry before moving on to more complex topic. 'Di ba? Ang iba sasabihin naman lang nila na napakahirap kasi nga hindi nila ina-absorb nung basic concept kaya nahihirapan sila doon sa mga complex topic. So what you will do with this one? Practice, of course. Okay, what's the next number 3. So the next number 3 for top 10 tips for success kung gusto mo makakuha ng marka is practice regularly. Engage in consistent practice by solving problems, doing exercises, and applying theoretical knowledge to real world scenarios. Well, sabi nga nila, pag may mga assignment, problem solving, tsa, pag na-solve mo na yung problem assignment na binigay ni teacher sa iyo, maghanap ka rin ng other mga related problem for you to solve to make you up it as a good practice. Kasi nga maraming mga problem na different scenario, and then ang process is somehow similar. Jackpot ka kapag nagbigay ng pagsusulit si teacher, tapos yung pag-process kung paano sagutin yun is na-practice mo during your studying at night, di ba? So practice regularly. Number 4. What is number 4? Seek help when needed. So don't hesitate to ask questions, seek clarification from the teacher or peers, and utilize resources like textbook, online tutorials, and study groups. So there are a lot of students who really shy to ask questions to the teacher. I don't know what's the reason. Pag sinasabing understood, walang umiimik, walang sounds. Pero pag bibigyan mo ng pagsusulit, zero. Kasi nga, hindi nagtatanong, hindi pala naiintindihan yung topic, lahat-lahat. So, kaninong problem yun? Hindi sa teacher, kundi sa estudyante. Kaya, ikaw student, you have to ask questions. Do not be shy. If some part lang that you are confused, if you're shy with your teacher to ask questions, ask your peers, your seatmate, no? Humingi ng tulong kapag kinakailangan. Huwag namang ganong kahit alam mo yung sagot, magtatanong ka sa teacher. Sounds annoying, no? Nakakairita din yon. So, huwag mag-atubiling humingi ng tulong sa mga guro or sa mga tutor or sa mga klase kapag may hindi naiintindihan sa chemistry na topic. Halimbawa, makipag-ugnayan sa inyong guro para sa additional tutorials or consultation. So actually, mga teachers, there are times meron naman yan silang mga consultation hours, or even not in a consultation hours, so hindi mo na kayang palagpasin ang itanong mo na kaagad, baka makalimutan mo pa, okay? So, ano lang, you have to be stronger, strengthen your fighting spirit, no? Confident in asking question. As I said, if when asking question, it should be relevant, and it should be a question na hindi mo alam. Huwag kang magtanong na alam mo na pala yung sagot, di ba? Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5, create study aids. Ano man yung study aids? Develop study aids such as flashcard, concept maps, or mnemonic devices to reinforce learning and improve retentions of key information. So meaning to say, study aids na makakatulong sa iyong sarili sa pag-accumulate ng mga knowledge or topic na para din yan sa iyo. Flashcards, halimbawa, kapag bago ka matulog, nakapikit yung mga flashcard yan sa in the ceiling, no, sa kisame, sa wall, or even in any part of your bed, no, sa gilid-gilid lang, para to increase the retention, or gumawa ka ng mga mnemonic device. Ano ba yung mga mnemonic device? For example, mga first letter, no, na kaya mong i-familiarize, Roy G. Biv, no? R stands for red, orange, yellow, just like that. So, yun yung mga mnemonic device. So, mga palatandaan na ikaw lang nakakaalam to lead you to retain those information sa iyong utak, no? So, dapat, gamitin ng wasto ang mga resources, no? For example, marami ka namang kayang gawin, di ba? So, that is number 5. Number 6, stay curious. Approach chemistry with curiosity and a desire to learn. Explore the why and how behind chemical reactions and phenomena to deepen your understanding. Kapag curious kasi isang bagay, meaning to say interested ka. So if interested ka, madali lang sa iyo na i-absorb yung topic kasi interested ka eh, di ba? O, ganun lang. Maging mapanuri at magtanong. Maging mapanuri sa eksperimento. For example, nag-conduct na experiment kayo sa classroom, sa laboratory. There are a lot of concept na it seems difficult for you, but when it comes to the experiment, experiment would really tell you the reality to aid your understanding in the previous during a lecture theoretically, di ba? So mga konsepto sa chemistry na wag mag-aatubiling magtanong sa mga guro, especially to your concerned or direct teacher or to your classmate kapag hindi ka naiintindihan. Halimbawa, magtanong sa guro tungkol sa mga detail ng isang chemical na reaction para maintindihan ito. Paano nangyari ito kapag, say for example, the reactions between zinc metal and hydrochloric acid. So what will happen, sir? Just like that, if you're really confused, then you ask your teacher, no? And kasi curious kayo, what will be the product if you mix zinc and HCl? O, di ba? Zinc chloride, hydrogen gas, the bubblings, no, na may mag hydrogen gas evolution, just like that. So actually naman, ang mga estudyante sa chemistry, they're very curious. Sometimes na nakakairita kasi tanong ng tanong kahit wala sa direction or wala sa lugar, no? Be mindful lang when asking question nga, it should be relevant, okay? So that is for number 6. For number 7, review and revise. Regularly review past lessons, revisit challenging topics, and revise before exams to reinforce learning and identify areas for improvement. Well, ano yun? Lagi ka lang magre-review sa mga after a lesson, no? Hindi yung may pagsusulit or assessment bukas, ngayon ka lang magre-review. No. It should be 3 days away ago or whatever, mas malayo pa, ganyan. So, dapat pagtutuunan mo ng pansin ang paglutas ng mga problema. So, maglaan ng oras sa pagpapahusay ng inyong kasanayan sa pagsasaayos ng mga chemical, ng mga problema sa pamamagitan ng regular na pagsasanay. So, ano yun? Halimbawa, subukan ang iba't ibang approach sa pagsasaayos ng mga chemical equation para masanay at mapabuti ang inyong kasanayan. Just, yes, just practice, review, whatever, and then, actually, kapag nagre-revise ka kasi, in your own pacing, madali mo lang yung ma-absorb. I have one classmate, during college, iba yung pag-review niya at pag-revise. So halimbawa, mayroon siyang gustong ma-absorb na topic. So even she have this kind of notebook, well organized. Upon studying, she will write it again to a yellow piece of paper for her to accumulate those knowledge. Nagre-revise siya ng mga tactics, no? Kaya as a result, ang laki ng score niya during the exam. Yung mga ganun. Okay, so number 8. What's the number 8? Practice time management. O, di ba? So, dedicate study time for chemistry. Prioritize tasks and create a study schedule to effectively manage your workload and preparation. Actually, laborious, laborious man gining chemistry na. Bakit? Kasi sa laboratory pa lang, you will spend a lot of time. And even in the lecture, especially in studying the difficult topic, for example. But if you are truly dedicated to the subject, then there's no problem at all for you. If you love the subject, try to love the subject. Then you will prioritize your task about it. Give time. So if you are almost failing with this chemistry subject, double the time spending for it to study. Unlike with other subject na mas madali para sa iyo, so bawasan mo yun ng time to spend. So i-add on mo yan doon sa chemistry na nahihirapan ka, 'di ba? For you to get good score. So actually, mag-focus ka lang dito sa pag-uunawa ng mga concept, tumutok ng mga pag-unawa sa mga konsepto at um, principles about chemistry, no? Kaysa puro pag-memorize lamang. So dapat you have to do such time management. Okay, second to the last number, engage with practical work, no? So, practice in laboratory experiments and hands-on activities and demonstration to apply theoretical knowledge and gain practical experience in chemistry. So, practical work, engage in such that maging matyaga at magpapatuloy, subukan. Huwag agad sumuko sa mga hamon sa chemistry at patuloy na magpakahirap upang magtagumpay. No? Ganito lang, ganito talaga ang chemistry. Halimbawa, mm, kung may hindi mo maunawaan sa unang pagsubok-subukan ulit, maghanap ng iba't ibang paraan sa pag-aaral, no? Engage with that any other form of practical work. Ganun lang. And of course, last but not the least, stay positive and persistent, no? Approach challenges with a positive mindset, stay motivated, and persevere through difficulties. Believe in your ability to succeed in chemistry and stay committed to your goal. So, ganun lang. Andun ka na eh. So, ibuhos mo na lahat. At saka, actually, there's very a lot of solid mga negative vibes, no? Na di-discourage sila pag makakuha ng 1/10, 2/100, meron yan. Pero don't be discouraged, no? Sometimes, ano ang dahilan ng pag-discourage nila? Is it a teacher because teacher factor or whatever? Or ikaw mismo kasi hindi mo naiintindihan yung topic? Well, kapag nananatili kang positibo at motivated, even though nahihirapan ka, then you will succeed. Panatiliin lang ang positibong pananaw at inspirasyon sa pag-aaral ng chemistry upang maabot at ang tunay na tagumpay, di ba? Halimbawa, mag-set ng mga realistic goals at maging positibo sa inyong kakayahan na matutunan at magtagumpay sa larangan ng chemistry subject. And then in that way, you will get a ace grade or 90 and above grade. Ganun lang mga tips sa para sa iyo kung gusto mong kumuha ng magandang marka, di ba? Well, I think we're about to begin with our lesson in the next video. Stay connected and attention with my next video, okay? So that's all, and have a good day, and thank you.